This video is my pitch for the plot, as well as my way of reaching out for your help. I need you to make my first original project possible. All details for the casting call will be available in the link in the description below if you want to jump straight into it. Now, I'll start things off by answering your first question. What is Roses Beneath? Roses Beneath is a dark fantasy story, a psychological thriller in the format of an animated series among other mediums of art. And I can assure you, it's one of a kind. The tale centers on the fear of humanity, mortality, and the unknown. Long ago, a magical world known as Everfall bloomed to life. Its land is run from magic, hope, and unanimous harmony amongst the living creatures in it. What incited peace in Everfall? Well, it's all thanks to an ongoing prophecy. Legends tell 12 unique souls are the guardians of this world, wielding amulets of incomparable power. They each represent fundamental concepts of life. These include wrath, emotion, knowledge, invention, and the list goes on. Together, they have sworn to protect Everfall for thousands of years. These individuals are known as the Roselinks. As time has passed, each has continued to spread hope across the land and went on their own respective journeys. No matter how far apart the Roselinks were, they all knew they'd reunite again one fateful day. And so, life on Everfall remained at peace. Until it didn't. At a tragic moment, a natural disaster occurred where a mysterious matter tore through the protective barrier to this world, taking everything with it. Nearly all of life was wiped out in an instant. The Ardente would be described as the worst chapter in Everfall's history. However, this wasn't the end. A group of survivors rose from the casualties and set afoot on a journey to begin a new world. A mysterious cowboy amongst others end up relocating to a ghost town in the middle of nowhere. This town is one of the remaining structures intact to the world, Witherhill, holding the answers they seek. Our protagonist Angelino teams up with these survivors, working together to find the secret of keeping Everfall alive. But something sinister lies just in plain sight, and if they're not careful, they'll run out of time. The story follows a colorful cast of deeply complex characters. The protagonist is none other than Angelino, spoken by legends to be the guardian of wrath. He is the mysterious, closed-off outlaw who has collected bounties on the run. Plastered wanted posters are clawed with his target's lifeless marks. He is a man well feared with the infamous title of the Red Bandit, a vigilante dishing out cold-blooded kills and serving justice to those who cross his path. He seems to bring death everywhere he goes. As the show goes on, you'll watch Angelino's journey into solving the mystery behind Everfall's tragic fate, and along the way, you'll meet his newly found companions, as well as some old faces from the past. Perhaps these friends of his could be guardians too. Roses Beneath is an original story created, directed, and written by yours truly. I played the lead role, Angelino, as well as coordinating a team of my lovely friends who have helped bring my vision to life for the past 4 years. But after long consideration, I've decided to bring my series to your attention because we need your help. This video will now share the details regarding Roses Beneath's official casting call. Starting today, auditions will now be open. Roses Beneath has a multitude of positions open for audition, as we're going to need a fair amount of new hands on deck. With this, many opportunities are open to all sorts of creators. Up first is the voice actors. 2 important roles for the series are now up for audition, consisting of my characters, Sally and Rana. Let's go over each, shall we? Sally Sourbones, a free-spirited and chillaxed candy human. She was once the bartender of her mama's barn, stirring up the finest drinks and produce. They specialize in handling strangers with warm arms, but won't refrain from punching somebody in the jawbone if need be. And next is Rana, the vicious Venus flytrap. They are a playful but ferocious plant. He spends his time feasting on all kinds of parasites to satisfy his hunger in the forests of Everfall. It's a bit of a shock that they have friends, but some say they're secretly generous. Don't tell them I said that though.
Hi, Future Zeke here. Turns out we have one last lead role up for audition. Last but not least is Cider, a bumbling forest squirrel. He can be typically found in the forest whipping up the finest bread and baked goods. Good-lucky and warm, he hangs out with Sal and her crew as he's their joy. Let's hope Rana doesn't give him too much trouble, though.
These characters play important roles in the story and will have plenty of time to support our lead cast in their catastrophic adventures. We also have positions open for additional voice actors to help with smaller roles or background appearances. But say, you never know when you might have the opportunity to play a cool role. They are now open for audition, with more descriptive pointers and lines to perform linked in the Casting Call Club page. The next position we're searching for are artists. This is very important too, with multiple categories. Illustrators for the series will help draw official artwork, characters, concept pieces, and scenes for Roses Beneath. They will be responsible for key artwork. They can also help us by deciding on character designs and important details. These artists can also conceptualize ideas and scenes for the future. We'll be looking for artists that can fit all these categories. Background artists are also open to join us. These artists will help illustrate the backgrounds and environment for the series, bringing the surroundings of our cast to life. This will help enhance the immersion of Everfall. We'd love to see what you folks can whip up. Up next are storyboarders or animatic artists. These artists will be in charge of bringing the script to life. They will be drawing out the visuals to what's happening on screen. For a good amount of scenes, the series will follow these, but they will also have the chance to prepare the big scenes for the full animation. There will be two categories between animators, rough animators and cleanup animators. Rough animators will help make the basic animated scenes from the previous storyboards or animatics. They're in charge of the primary movement and essentially getting the rough idea down. These people will be a massive help for us. Once rough animation is complete, cleanup animators will step in. These animators will help clean the rough edges of the rough animation and make it presentable. This is essentially the final format for the key scenes in the show. We also ask if these animators would be able to color scenes. This next part is not a requirement, but it would be awesome if these people could have some knowledge in composition and lighting. Up next are musicians. We'll be opening up this for a very select few, but we're looking for musicians to help compose and mix tracks that will fit with the atmosphere of Roses Beneath. It is highly recommended that these artists are able to compose music that is reminiscent of the ideal genres. These can be found on screen. There are also some additional extra notes to help you with inspiration and to generally understand what we're going for. We are also looking for a video editor or two, those who can take on the editing process of putting episodes or promotional videos of Roses Beneath together. You will be compiling all of the scenes and necessary art into a watchable format. We'd especially love to see previous examples of what you can do. And finally, we are looking for a sound designer/engineer. They will be in charge of creating and placing sound effects for the scenes, as well as mixing and mastering audio to ensure the series is pleasant to hear. All of these positions have an important role to play in production of the series, but don't worry, we've got you covered and are happy to help you along the way, no matter if this is your first time working on a project or your dozenth. To audition for Helping Roses Beneath, you'll need to refer to the link below on Casting Call Club for all of the information regarding each position in closer detail, as well as submitting your audition. This site will allow us to keep track of all auditions in an organized manner, and spread the word of my show to more eyes. In order to audition, you'll also need to follow some simple but important guidelines. First, you must have Discord in order to participate in the project. Development for the show happens in our production server, so please make sure you'll be able to be present. Second, you must be fairly or reasonably active on the project. While we are completing progress for Roses Beneath simply out of our free time, devoted love, and passion for the project, we want to ensure we don't add people who won't or don't have the time to contribute. We have weekly meetings for progress, so we highly encourage you to participate in those if you can. Third, you must agree to keeping all information in the development server confidential. We absolutely discourage any form of leaking for major spoilers and will be punishable by permanent removal of this team member. Please make sure and ask before you post any of your work online or to your portfolio. Fourth, please make sure to stay kind and courteous towards your fellow teammates. This is not just a team, but a friendly group of nerds who are simply making a dream come true. All are welcome. And fifth, there aren't any specific requirements for programs to be used by members, just as long as you're able to deliver your work and make do of what everyone else has. Please make sure your programs aren't watermarked, however. As you can see, I'm not very strict. I'm open to anyone joining, but I will stay vigilant. As long as you follow these guidelines, you are more than welcome to audition. And as an important disclaimer, this is an unpaid passion project. Roses Beneath is an independent series that is done out of my team's free time. However, if there is success or a major opportunity in the future for us to expand, we'll be sure to update you. I'd genuinely love to be able to pay people if this goes well. For all updates regarding the show and audition statuses, we encourage you to keep up to date by following my social media. My YouTube channel is the place where Roses Beneath will be uploaded to view, but you can also support me by following my Twitter @Corrupsy and also donating to my Ko-Fi. I do commissions. You can also follow the official Twitter page for Roses Beneath @TheRosesBeneath for more updates on the series. You can find these links down below in the description or in the pinned comment. After heavy consideration, we've decided to open up a Discord server for updates on the show. This will be an extra space for the community of Roses Beneath to gather and support us even further. For now, it will be very limited as its main focus is to coordinate auditioners for contact and provide updates. The link for the server is available in the description as well as in the pinned comment. Finally, the deadline for this project will be greatly determined based on the result of this video. If you're seeing this, please don't be afraid to share the news around. If a certain influx of auditions are submitted, we will close accordingly. But for now, take it that all auditions will open until November 30th, or essentially a month from this day this video was uploaded. Make sure you keep notifications on and stick around my social media as I announce more updates. I will do my best to communicate updates with you all regarding the show's progress. Thank you all so much for considering auditioning, or even just supporting my series. This story means the absolute world to me, and I truly cannot wait for you all to watch Roses Beneath. The Prologue, Prologue 1, The End is Where We Begin, and Prologue 2, and Together We Dream for Tomorrow, is currently in development and will be released when it's ready. But first, let's get those auditions in. This is Zeke, or Angelino, signing off. Good luck everyone, and happy Halloween from Roses Beneath.